Yeah, hey Jesse, how you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Good Christmas, everything. Good.
Yes, sir.
Got a newborn on.
Yeah.
Hey, what are some of the things I got to look out for in preparing for the Rams? I had to take away McBride last week and got another receiver challenge this week.
Yeah, they're playing well. With Devontae Adams out last week, they showed a little bit more. Wanting to run the ball. That's always what they want to do. But you see a lot of big people last week with them trying to run the ball, and then a lot of keepers, a lot of boot and keepers to keep the defense honest with the run game. And then obviously, like you just said, number 12 with his explosiveness, in the pass game. With 17 not being there, 12 will be the featured guy, and just got to make sure we know where he's at all times.
What is he? 6'2", 216, but he's pretty fast too. I mean, it was a 5th round pick, so he kind of caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things was him being able to learn from like Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams. I don't think he's super fast, 4.3 type of speed, but I think he understands leverage and really understands what defenses are doing, whether he's in cloud, whether we're in quarters. I think he has a really good feel for changing up his pace when he's running his routes, which that's what Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams, I think that's what they're known for. They're not guys that are 4.3 guys, but they know the game very well and very savvy with their routes. So, yeah.
Jesse, what have you enjoyed about playing with Caden Ellis over the last couple of years?
I enjoyed a lot. First is the person that he is, the father that he is. I've really learned a lot from him. Just the way he's always going about his business, and there's a reason why he has 3 other brothers in the league. It's like they just like oiled machines that are just got really deep and still like core values and principles of life, which translates to the field as well. When I'm going to work with Caden, I know exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what position that Caden's going to be in. I got all trust and belief that he'll make the right calls. So it's been really cool to come in with him. I think we came in together as free agents, and to watch us continue to grow and even different defenses. Caden's been that same guy, and he's always looking forward to try to improve his game. Just like, even as a father, he's always looking forward to becoming a better father, and even just talking about life at home. So he's been a solid piece in our defense for sure.
Do you feel like he doesn't get the credit wide for what he does for you guys day in and day out?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think people kind of just seen him as like a third down type of back when he was coming from New Orleans, and then I think he came here and showed that he can play every single down with learning behind DeMario Davis and those guys over there. I just don't think they used him, to his full potential, and here he has. I mean, he's out there every single play. He wears the green dot, so I think his role or what he's been asked to do here is a lot more than what he's shown, and people are asleep on it. But I think people know on third down is every single time we get on third down, the turn is getting to 5-5 because teams don't want their backs on them, and can't nobody block them with their backs. So even with D linemen, with the O lineman, I feel like he's like a D lineman to them because he can beat them as well in protection. So Caden's solid for sure.
Zach Robinson spent time with Matthew Stafford and spoke very highly of him earlier this week. Has he at all come into the defensive meeting rooms to kind of share some insight onto how Stafford operates?
No, he hasn't. I should probably get around him a little bit more. But, Raul's there with him as well. So, Roz has shared some insight, on what his process is. And, you could turn on the tape and you could see what type of quarterback he is. He's reading the whole field, can make any throw. So it'll be a big challenge for us to switch up, the picture, pre-snap and post-snap, playing against a veteran guy like him.
Anything else?
Yeah, hey, Coach told us Michael was back. I know that's your neighbor. How's he doing and everything, and coming back in the building and trying to get us going. So.
Yeah, it was good to see Mike. I think everybody in the building was excited to see his face, see him still being Mike, smiling, joking around. I know this offseason will be a big offseason for him, so haven't really seen him as much as obviously that we want to, but I know he started that process and he's on his grind for sure.
What do you think about playing in prime time? Is it just another game or is it elevated?
Yeah, I think prime time. It's another game, but it's an opportunity for you to, the whole world's watching. Christmas break. I'm thinking as myself as a kid, like not having nothing to do that next day on Tuesday. The whole world's gonna watch, and it's just another opportunity to show, who you are as a player, who we are as a team, and then also, represent the name on the back of your jersey as well for your family and all the loved ones that you spend so much time away from. I think it's a huge opportunity to go out there and showcase, all the love and all the work that we put in throughout this whole season, and show the whole world. It's nothing better than prime time for sure.
Yeah, Coach. How do you feel your guys are doing? You had big South D make a big tackle on the kickoff coverage there last week. Rams have been struggling on special teams this year. Got a new coordinator and everything. How's that matchup for this game?
Well, yeah, you allude back to D in the game. I thought the guys on kickoff cover played really well. Did a good job playing downhill, leveraging the ball, everybody doing their job, and being able to control field position when it came to that, to help our defense out when it came to that, which correlates to how we operate on like the return game and on offense. Fortunately, we didn't really get a lot in the return game, but mostly touchbacks. With this week's challenge going against the Rams, yes, they do have a new coordinator, but they still have the same players. Those guys those guys that they have, 51 Reeder, 56 Dolick, they do a great job, and they're kind of like the bell cows when it comes to their special teams units. They're very productive. They do a good job getting downfield in coverage, making a lot of plays. Xavier Smith is their punt returner. Had a big return last week on punt return for 31 yards versus the Rams, got around the corner. He's a fearless guy that could get north and south with the football. And then Ethan Evans, he does a good job flipping the field. We got to coach him in the East-West Shrine game a couple of years ago in Vegas, and he's a big athlete that can flip the field with his leg. So going against his coordinator, which we have experience with going against him last year, he was the coordinator for Denver Broncos. Those guys will be ready to go, and it's going to be a big challenge this week looking at their film that they've done this year and then some of the history of the coach that they have there now, what they're doing on special teams. So our guys are excited for the challenge.
Yeah, Coach Ben was here a couple of years back.
Yes, sir.
How tough was it to make the decision to cut Jamal Agnew?
Those decisions.
Y'all were trying to get him back on the practice squad.
Yeah, those decisions, those are decisions that are made by Raheem and Terry and our personnel department. We just make sure, like each and every week, we have a new group of guys, our roster and our dynamic change on special teams, offense and defense. So just putting the best 11 out there so we can go out there and execute and win our plays on special teams.
So how's Devin doing in the return though?
Devin's been solid. It's been a blessing to have him on our team. I went against him a couple of years ago when he was in Tampa. He's a dual returner. He's fearless. He's quick. He's fast. He makes great decisions. Just happy to have him here, and he's continuing to improve each and every day. Look forward to seeing him operate on Monday night.
Anything else? All right, anything?
Anything you like about playing in prime time as opposed to like a regular game? I know it's another game, but
yeah, it's always another game, but you can never lose the fact that it is a primetime game. That's the only NFL game on at that time, only football game on at that time. So for our guys, it's being able to play on the national spotlight, play on the biggest stage, and go out there and put our best foot forward individually and collectively to help the team win.
When it comes to Devin Tompkins, what's he been like in practice where you have the confidence in him under the big lights with the game?
Well, I say the confidence comes from the work. he puts in the work. He's been doing it since the day he's been in the building, and before he even joined us when he was in Tampa, just watching how he operated and how he played the game and going against him, and how he, like, you could tell how hard the guys were blocking for him. You could tell that he's a team player. Having him in the building, he works hard. He asks great questions. He's a student of the game. He wants to know what he could do to get better, what he could do individually to help himself out, to help his teammates out, whether it's making the right cut on the return, making the right decision, all those different things. And if it was up to him, he would be out there tackling. If it was up to him, so he works his butt off, and I'm excited for him. But, like, he's been prepared, and he's shown the last couple of weeks he's been out there. The games that he's been up, or even when he's been put on the active roster, he's shown that he's going to go out there and put his best foot forward for the team to help us win.